mind going ahead with this part of
It's just a special hearing. There's a special hearing.
Thank you.
Public hearing.
Okay, public hearing. I'll call the public hearing to order at 6:18 p.m. on November 14th, 2016. The purpose of the hearing was to hear any representation from the public in terms of, let me go back now. Yeah, I got three things open here, and it's not being nice to me. I got it. I opened the wrong one, though. Gee. Okay. This is a variation order. The Town of the Paw zoning bylaw number 4121 as amended. On the date and the time and location shown, a public hearing is being held to receive representation from any persons who wish to make them in respect to the following application for variation order under the Town of the Paw. It is submitted by Stacy Hyman and Planworks Architecture. The proposal is to install 5 signs from the maximum of 2 and 70 square feet of sign surface from the maximum of 64 square feet. The area affected is lots 1 and 2, block 28, plan 426 at 1260 Gordon Avenue, and that is the purpose of the hearing. In a moment. Just give me a second. Okay. Is there anybody here to make representation? This is not working.
Mine is super slow too.
Pardon me?
Mine is super slow.
I can't hear you.
Mine is super slow as well.
Okay, good. Okay? No questions? Okay, we will adjourn the hearing now. I just got this open. And the note.
The note?
The letter, the release.
Okay.
Okay. It is 6:20. I will call Town of the Paw Council meeting to order on November 14th, 2016. Before we adopt the agenda, Council has get up a news release, and I'd like to read that into the record. The Town of the Paw welcomes the new owner of the Kraft Paper Mill, Canadian Kraft Paper Industries Limited. With the conclusion of the sale of the property, we look forward to a future of sustainable investment, growth, and diversification of the region's economy. We would like to particularly acknowledge all the site employees, past and present, and their choice to support a continued investment in the forest and paper industry in northern Manitoba. The provincial government, local municipal governments, local and regional First Nations, the Paw Community Development Corporation, and members of the response team have been instrumental in providing the support necessary for the transaction to occur, and we wish to recognize their contribution and hard work as well. The citizens of the Paw are also to be acknowledged. Our choice to invest in the forest industry was made with clear intentions. We believe in the value of this renewable resource and the value of the industry that has supported the Paw and the region for the last 40 years. We also recognize the need for the economy of our region to diversify and to grow. Our participation in this opportunity for investment creates a window for this to happen. As your town council, we will focus on creating an environment that drives diversification of our economy. As a member of the region of closely linked communities, we will work diligently at being part of a team working towards a northern diversified economy. We look forward to meeting the new owners, and we wish them well in their endeavor. Item number 2 on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Item number 2.
That's me.
No, sorry.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Commodore, be it resolved that the agenda be adopted as presented.
Any discussion? Call the question. All in favor? Opposed, if any? It's carried. Okay, item number 3, confirmation of minutes.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Commodore, be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting and committee of the whole meetings of October 24th, 2016 be hereby approved all statutory declarations having been complied with.
Any discussion? Call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? It is carried. I'll just be a moment. I think I got them all. I never do, but I think I do. All right, item number 4, citizens period. Jared, anything at all? Okay.
Not today.
Okay, item number 5, CEO report.
Basically, this report is a little behind the times as I was away last week, so this is ending October. Marco Costello performed at the Museum Home Roots concert. Museum resubmitted the revised Canada 150 application. I know they've been making some applications moving forward into the celebration. Museum is in the process, or is processing artifacts. KRC completed a water grant survey for $2,500. They also submitted Fit Kids' final report. HR is working on job descriptions with various department managers. Final offer has been made to United Steelworkers. We're still waiting for a response. Fire chief has resigned from his position and the job has now been posted. Engineering department has been doing grading and graveling the back lanes along with various ditching and drainage. And as you can see from around town, there's been a few water break issues. Fall cleanup has now been completed. Patching and potholing filling is still ongoing, but it's slow due to the weather. The weather is not cooperating at all with us. Catch basins around town are being cleaned. Water levels at Grace Lake are creating some problems for us at the lagoon. It's the highest it's been in some time. Board of Revision, as you just seen, Tolka was the only applicant. Budget for 2017 is well underway with a mandate of a 7 to 10% reduction. Monitor of parking on Fisher Avenue and Cook as it relates to the 2-hour parking. I see that myself just visually, that it's made a huge difference as to people parking there all day and finding an available spot. Public safety officer is quite visible around the community. We do have a lot of comments about it's nice to see someone walking around. Working with WASCO as it relates to the transition of airport operations, and all departments are preparing for winter and doing their budget preps.
Any comments? Councillor Rock?
Quick question on water levels at Grace Lake.
Yeah.
Is that a controlled waterway, or is it just a
Yeah, they have
natural
the
flow?
right, what basically it is that's where our lagoon goes into. It goes through a filtration system and then it goes into the Grace Lake.
Yeah, but
And
how,
Grace Lake levels, if they're high, they usually will dump them into Saskatchewan River via Rawls Island Gate. So they didn't release this year because there was water issues further downstream. So it's just creating some issues for us. I know they've opened up the pumps and they were releasing some of the water, but it's kind of late in the year. It's not going to be as effective as it could be.
okay. Yeah, I just wondered if it was man-made issue or both.
Yeah, and they generally do float it into the river.
So we needed to lower it, they could.
Yeah, they have been,
As
and I
much
know,
as
yeah,
it'll flow.
it's just going to be problematic this late in the year.
Yeah, I know, there's
Yeah.
lots of water.
Anybody else? I do want to make a comment that the owners of businesses and homes on La Rose and Fisher, particularly in the 300 and 400 block, are thrilled to pieces with the work that was done in the back alleys. They're very, very happy about that, and they wanted me to make sure I asked about it. One other thing, can I ask where the position for fire chief has been posted?
We've posted it on AMM, we've posted it in our normal job banks,
Okay.
and we've also invested in having some outside sources help us.
Okay, good. Anything else? All right, thank you very much. We will move on to bylaws now, 6.11, please.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore. Be it resolved that bylaw number 4555, being a bylaw of the Town of the Paw to amend the Town of the Paw traffic bylaw number 2265, implementing 2-hour parking from Ross Avenue to Railway Avenue on both sides of 2nd Street, be read a second time as amended.
Any comments?
I'm like, wait.
Well, the amendment was to stick with 2 hours?
Stick with 2 hours instead of having the 30 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Okay, all those in favor? 3.12, third reading, please.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Commodore, be it resolved, bylaw number 455, being a bylaw of the Town of the Paw to amend the Town of the Paw traffic bylaw number 2265, implementing 2-hour parking from Ross Avenue to Railway Avenue on both sides of 2nd Street, be read a third time and be passed.
Okay, this is third reading, it's a recorded vote. Councillor Gibb.
Aye.
Councillor Ford is absent. Councillor Rock.
Aye.
Councillor Zelinski. Councillor Morris.
Aye.
Councillor Commodore.
Aye.
And I also am an aye. 6-0. 2-hour parking is in effect. All right, we'll move on then to 7.3. 7.3, Finance Administration, 7.31, Water to Taxes.
Moved by Councillor Brock, seconded by Councillor Zelinski, whereas in accordance with Section 2522 of the Municipal Act, the town is permitted to transfer outstanding water to property taxes, and whereas notices have been sent out to tenants and property owners advising them that the water accounts will be added to their property taxes unless paid by October 31st, 2016. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorize the outstanding water accounts be transferred to property taxes as set out in the attached Schedule A in the amount of $44,699.80 in accordance with Section 2522 of the Municipal Act.
Thank you. Any queries? I'm stunned at the amount. There are some in here that are thousands of dollars, and then there's others that are $50. Any other comments? All those in favor? Opposed, if any? It's carried. Okay, 7.3.2 Trappers Festival request.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Allen Gibb. Resolved that council authorize the following support for the Northern Manitoba Trappers Festival on the condition that the town receives their audited financial statements prior to the 2017 festival. Waiving of rental fee for Roy H. Johnson Arena and Wilton Pool for events held there. Waiving of rental fees for tables from Kelsey Recreation for arts and crafts. Grant permission for the Torchlight Parade and route on Wednesday, February 15, 2017. Approving a grant of $750 to be used towards costs associated with the Family Fun events. Waive the annual insurance fee. Allow Public Works to assist Kinsman with the development of staging area, starting line, and dog race trail on Halcrow Lake and other areas as required. Allow Public Works to assist with the site preparation and development for Fort Whoop-it-Up and Uptown events. Allow use of suitable vacant town lot for the logging events and other activities. Allow closure of Edwards Avenue between 1st and 2nd Street on Friday afternoon, February 17th, and between 4th Street and Back Lane Veterans Way on Saturday, February 18th for street hockey. Donating 200 pins. Declare Wednesday, February 15th, 2017 through Sunday, February 19th, 2017 as the Trappers Festival Spirit Days. Requesting residents and visitors don their favorite Trappers gear and show their spirit.
Any discussion? Councillor Rock.
Well, I would just speak in favor of the motion. It's something that's we've done annually in the past. This festival is a great event for our community and our region, and it's important that we continue to support it.
Saves me having to say it. Anybody else? All in favor? Opposed, if any? Are you?
I'm just opposing the grant of $750, but I guess I can't
No.
pick and choose, so that's okay.
Okay, all right. So you're for?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said no.
Oh, I thought you
No,
said
I
you were
said,
in
no,
favor.
no, I'm not in
Oh.
favor.
Carried.
7.3.3 payroll and accounts, pardon me.
Oh, shoot, sorry, that's me. I'm not used to doing this one. I was waiting for Kim.
I got you all mixed up.
Yeah. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Rock. Be it resolved that council authorize the following accounts. Pay period number 21 in the amount of $108,108.14. General checks number 17754 and 17756 to 17893 in the amount of $738,386.24, and electronic funds transfer in the amount of $46,265.29.
Any discussion on this? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Carried. Okay, 7.4.1 encroachment agreement.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Rock, whereas the new dentist at 216 2nd Street West has installed a sign which is hanging over the town's property, and whereas an encroachment agreement is required whereby all liability and responsibility is on the owner of the sign. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorize the mayor to sign an encroachment agreement with 7017384 Manitoba Limited with regards to an overhanging sign located at 216 2nd Street, Paw, Manitoba.
Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Opposed, if any? It's carried. Great to see a new business in town. All right, 7.4.2, Swampy Cree Holdings.
Jim, just
Yes.
declare conflict.
Yeah.
Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Rock. Whereas council for the town of the Paw entered into a purchase agreement with Swampy Cree Holdings Limited for the construction of a receiving home at 157 Bell Avenue. And whereas per Part 9A of the purchase agreement, Phase 1, set out certain conditions to be met with an estimated completion date of January 1st, 2017. And whereas due to the delay in the approval of the conditional use and other unforeseen circumstances, Swampy Cree Holdings has requested an extension for the completion of Phase 1. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorize the extension of Phase 1 of the purchase agreement to June 30th, 2017, and that council further agree to the extension of the conditional use application for an additional 6 months, being October 31st, 2017, as per discussion during the in-camera portion of the October 24th, 2016 Committee of the Whole meeting.
Any discussion? Councillor Rock?
I would just speak in favor of the motion. I think it's important that we support the endeavor, and it's a reasonable, timely request, so I have no problem.
Any other discussion? Call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? It is carried. Okay, thank you. Where did he go? He was just right there. Oh, he still is. Yeah, no. Okay, we have the minutes from the November museum board meeting. Do you want to add anything to that, Councillor Rowe?
I raised a question with regard to, in the minutes, one of the items was a presentation with regard to the Rosamine Trail, and the question did come up with regard to the town's responsibility of adding to it and so on and so forth. So I had asked, I said, well, I'll check into it, so I'll just bring it up now so I can get administration to help me out with finding out if we have any connection or not, or...
We did at one point, and my understanding was the people that were looking after Rosamine Trail turned it back to the town, and we were just leaving it be. We weren't going to maintain it.
Did we not get a request from, was it UCN?
We've had requests.
There was something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not town
Yes,
property?
It's our property.
Oh.
But what had happened in the past is the people that initially made it Rosamine asked the town if they would help and let them use it and maintain. We said, fine, as long as you maintain it. the other people that have come back to us, the expectation was for us to look after it, and we never heard anything back.
Oh, okay. Well, the group that did present to them is trying to rejuvenate that. The people who were involved in the past have grown older and no longer involved, and so maybe something will come out of that. And the question came out with regard to liability, and that's why.
Regardless if it's town-owned property, we always have liability, but if they're gonna be grooming it and doing things like that, we would usually, in a situation like this, tell them they're responsible for maintaining it, and that they get liability insurance also.
I remember the idea at the time was to turn it into an outdoor classroom, like
Yeah.
a biology type program, but for whatever reason, it,
Maybe that might come back, that'd be
well,
great.
yeah, it would be wonderful.
Because that's why I came to the museum for some sort of a program to,
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, when you're, interpretive center kind of a approach to it.
It's in
Come up again.
it's in pretty rough shape right now.
Apparently.
Okay, anything else on that, sir?
Nothing else.
Okay, Chamber of Commerce,
Meeting is on Wednesday.
okay. No report on the Pawn Area Justice Network, Sustainable Forest, Councillor Rock?
Did I meet? No, I haven't met since the last meeting.
Okay.
We met before then.
Citizen Stop Patrol, Councillor Zelinski and Commodore?
That would be me. They're regular 10 members at the meeting. The chair made a presentation to the law enforcement class. We had a guest. We had Chantel Dorian Bastien. She's a law enforcement student there. Let me see. The speed watch that they had going up, the speed watch numbers are up quite a bit. They've had a conference in the city, and Elsa Reed, Peter Mosey, and Jim Blake, and Brenda Gazawetch attended. They had learned a lot and had a very good time. With our patrol report, the one thing I would like to put out there, that the cell phone and texting while driving is up quite a bit, and there's been quite a few vehicles driving through red lights. The RCMP report is, where is that? Just a minute, because they had a good Halloween. There was nothing on there, but driving under the influence of alcohol is up. And then we had a clown incident in the Paw, which they caught the little. Other than that, yeah, I just needed to say about the cell phone and texting while driving. It is up quite a bit.
Sorry, Margaret, did you say you had a clown? We had a clown?
They had clown incident, yeah. Some bad clowns,
Yeah.
not the nice ones.
Was it a happy clown?
No, I think they did catch them.
I personally don't think any clowns are happy.
Oh.
That's my
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to meet
But it was the
Ron.
same complaints, and, yeah.
Okay. Community Development Corporation, Councillor Gibb.
Hopefully meet in the next 10 days.
Okay. I do want to take an opportunity here to thank you and your committee for the incredible effort you put through over the last couple of months.
I think the big
Substantial.
thanks, but I think the big thanks needs to go to the workers, right? They're the ones that
Yeah.
took it for everyone, so.
Recycling Board, Councillor Commodore.
We have a meeting, I think it got moved to the 23rd. It was supposed to be on Wednesday, but everything's getting moved, so.
Council Recreation Commission, Councillor Zelinski.
No meeting.
The Pod Community Renewal Corporation, Councillor Moore.
We don't have a meeting until towards the end of the month, but I do want to mention that their zombie walk was really successful. There was over 200 zombies out on the streets, and they were able to put together a really good donation for Oscar's Place of some non-perishable foods. I think that TPCRC did an amazing job getting the recycling bins out to the community. They're definitely not equipped for that sort of job, but they were able to haul in some volunteers, and they did the best job that they could with what they had. And if there are people who live in town who haven't received their recycling bins, you can contact Marge at the recycling center, because all of the leftover bins have been sent out there. They didn't do bins for apartment buildings or fourplexes or any sort of rental units, because landlords can actually apply to Recycle Everywhere to get free blue bins themselves, so they just focused on the households. And they also helped the province to facilitate a housing consultation session for the National Housing Strategy, which was very well attended, and I think got a lot of there was a lot of good information that came out of it, and I think that the province definitely got some good representation from outside of Winnipeg there and listened when we said we're different. So it was good.
Good, thank you. Library Board, Councilor Zelinski.
There was a meeting, but I was unable to attend.
Okay. Joint Committee of Council with the RM, Councilors Commodore and Rock.
There was no meeting held. It's been put off, so I forget what.
There hasn't been a date set.
No
We
date
have to
set
get
yet.
confirmation, no.
Okay. We do have a joint council meeting coming up, don't we, with the three of us, like, I think at the end of the month, I believe?
That's a try
Oh,
part, yeah.
okay, I thought it was for the, like, 25th or something. Okay. And no meeting with the Kelsey School Division Committee. Okay. Change your mind, Jared, like to speak on?
No, I'll set this one out.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, can I have an adjournment, please?
Motion to
Motion to adjourn, accepted. Thank you. All right.